Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I'm hanging out with Gathering the Magic, and we are talking about, we're gonna talk about Splinterforge. I'm gonna put 50 bucks into Splinterforge. I am convinced this game, well, first of all, I'm convinced it's fun. I find it entertaining. And secondly, I'm convinced that it's gonna be a game that is around for a while because one, it uses assets that people in this space already own. I mean, Splinterlands cards get to be used in this game, so it's like one more usefulness. And then when you think about all the players that we want to attract, it's not necessarily the richest of the rich we want in Splinterlands. Who do we want? We want millions and millions of people who can spend 10 or 15 or $20 to play a game and then kind of grow that thing and then slowly accumulate a few dollars here and a few dollars there. That's going to be a massive move the needle moment. And one way we might get closer to that image is if we can provide more value for the same NFT investment. And Splinterforge is doing that. Splinterforge, when you have cards in Splinterlands, you can use them in Splinterforge, and then it's double earning potential. Now, maybe double's the wrong word because I'm not saying Splinterforge is going to pay you the same Splinterlands will. But there's a new angle on providing additional rewards for the same cards. And so I'm interested in this. I find it entertaining and fun. And Gathering knows more about this game than I do. So today we're going to spend 50 bucks, 50 US dollars on Splinterforge items to try and get me going. And hopefully, I don't know, do you think I'll be able to fight in that leaderboard? And like, will that be meaningful, or is it going to be make me okay? Or what do you expect from this Gathering?
Well, there's 4 different leaderboards, so you have 4 different level bosses: bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. Depending on the level of the cards that you own in Splinterlands is pretty much going to determine what boss you're going to fight against. My deck is mainly bronze silver, so I usually fight the bronze boss, so I find that a lot easier to play. You have a lot higher deck, a lot more cards, older cards, higher level, so you probably would be able to play well against the gold or the diamond boss. But then again, to play against the gold and diamond boss, you're going to want a better equipped hero.
Okay.
And your hero stats are basically capped against the boss that you fight. So if you look on the Splinterforge page,
Yep.
go to bosses.
Okay, hang on. No, heroes. Battle. You mean battle?
Yep. So
Okay.
go ahead, click on battle.
Yep.
You'll see the 4 different bosses. And above each boss will show you the stat caps for your hero.
Okay. I see that, yeah.
So if you're playing in the bronze league, even if you have stats that are above 10, they will be capped at 10.
Gotcha.
And so on.
Okay.
Now, for the max hero, for the diamond boss, it shows 50 for each stat. I don't think there's any way currently in the game to get anywhere near 50 for attack and for speed. So at least for now, those are irrelevant. You just want to get as high as possible.
Gotcha. That's wild. Hey, can you imagine a monster in Splinterlands that did 50 attack, 50 speed, 50 armor, 50 hit points?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
But there are a lot more updates coming out for Splinterlands, or Splinterforge sometime in the near future. They talked about an adventure mode. They talked about your heroes actually having skills and abilities,
Cool.
and also experience points that you will earn in battling to help level your hero. That's a little bit down the road. For now, for building your hero, probably what you want to concentrate on is getting at least your stats to the 10 to 15 range.
Okay.
So if you have 50 bucks to spend, there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can either take, like you were saying, the gambler's side of it and just buy crates and a few bags and see what you get and build from that. Reforge your commons up, or you can go on Splex to the Splinterforge market. And actually, if you know the type of build you are looking for, or if you want gold items that aren't in, gold items are only available in reforging. So you cannot get those out of crates or bags directly.
Oh, okay. So hang on. You cannot get gold items out of crates and bags. You have to have regular foil and combine them in a way that turns them gold. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep. So for example, there are no gold commons. The lowest gold rarity is rare. So the only way you can get a gold rare is you have to reforge 4 common items. They can be any 4. And spend, I believe it's 150 Forgium. That will become 1 random rare, and there's a 10% chance it will turn gold.
Okay.
And turning gold means it will give you an 8% Forgium bonus every time you fight a battle.
Yeah, see, that to me seems really, really, really worth it. Now, the chests are fun, and we almost like let's see what happens here. But we got 50 bucks to spend, and I actually have 40 bucks, and I'm gonna pull it up to 50 using some DEC. So you know, in a moment here, I'll even show how that works. But I think one thing that comes to mind is you talked to me offline the other day about how important speed is, and that makes perfect sense. I mean, when my monsters are attacking, when my hero is attacking, like, you know, I'm missing so many times, especially on these higher monsters. They have these crazy speeds, and so that's, you know, I can't do any damage if I'm not fast. So that strikes me as very, very important. And then
Do you still own a? I know you sold your kitty. Do you have at least one BCX of a kitty?
I don't.
Okay.
I am aware that one BCX cards can be used at the higher levels, and I've been thinking about whether, like, if this goes well, I might well buy one BCX, because I know it's 300 bucks or 350 or something like that, but it's the sort of thing that, you know what I mean? So that's possibly, or I know we can rent them, but I saw even one BCX of kitty is kind of getting expensive to rent. Like if you go to rent.
And it's because of Splinterforge.
Yeah.
Everybody that plays Splinterforge, they play Kitty and Yasik, basically, for the summoners. Because with Kitty, you never miss, so you don't have to worry about backfire rule sets. With your speed, you know you're always going to hit. And then Yasik gives the +2 speed, so the other two abilities really are meaningless in Splinterforge. But that +2 speed is key.
$300 purchase for a one Byzantine kitty, and 40 to 50 DEC a day. You know, you're talking three, like, I mean, if DEC is pegged, that's 4 cents a day. I mean, it's really relatively inexpensive for sure. But I mean, oh man, just forever and ever. The idea, I hate renting when I know I could buy, but at the same time, 300 bucks is 300 bucks. So we might just rent, actually we will rent a level 1 kitty for today, and we'll see where that leads us. Go.
Another thing you can do too is you could buy just like a few crates and maybe a couple of bags to get some gems for your items, and then the rest of it go on Splex and buy the specific items you want. Like you said, boots are key.
Yeah.
So if there's one piece of gear I would definitely recommend buying, would be one pair of legendary boots.
Yeah.
Because that's going to give you 3 speed right off the bat, and you can use that with all 3 of your heroes.
See, I love that idea. That's exactly where when you were saying to me about how the crates, you mentioned the crates, and it can be interesting and you can compile them, and then you're talking about how, like, everything you said to me has really got me thinking, like, okay, let's buy some boots, and that'll be an investment that we'll look for explicitly. And probably, I mean, I'd love to look at gold foil, but I know that because that bonus, but I know that's going to be substantially more. You showed me yesterday that those prices are quite high, so let's talk about that. But first, I took 20,000. I have about $40 US in my Hive engine, and I've accumulated that in part by selling part, which is from the Gollum Overlord game, which I'm also enjoying. And if you don't know, guys, get involved. I put in $100 into this game, and I'm enjoying it, and then I'm reinvesting what I get, and I'm earning about 20 part every 8 hours, and then that's about, you know, it's not much. I mean, that's probably $4 every 8 hours, but that then is helping, for instance, to help me buy these things. So that 40 bucks came from Gollum Overlord, and I'm taking 10 or 12 bucks maybe from DEC over here. So if you don't know, you can go in here and you go transfer out, you put in however much you want, you send it to Hive Engine. I already did that part. So my DEC is over here, and then I want to go to trade. This is my DEC line, so I go over to the trade line. And now this is going to be trading DEC for Hive, and I can just sell. I'm not willing to be patient at this moment. I see that this guy has a bid price of whatever. Click on the bid price, it auto-populates. I hit my balance, which auto-populates, so I'm willing to sell. Looks like he wants all of it. Look, 23,300. I'm selling 23,298. So that's going to be 50 Hive.
I always just use the swap feature. I don't even mess with the market.
Oh, I never use that. So what do? You just input what you got and it just goes ahead and fills it?
Yep. You go on swap, type in the currency that you have, like DEC.
Yeah.
And then underneath you'll type in Forge, and as long as it'll show you the price for each,
yeah,
as long as it's within 5%, I just hit swap.
Nice. I've never used that feature. That's cool.
Yep, I use that all the time.
Okay, so now I've got my Hive. I'm just going to use it now, even though I don't have to. I could traditionally go over here to Forge, and I just traded for Hive, so now I have my Hive, and I could just do this, but I want to use the swap so I can see what we go. Hive swap is what I've got, and I want to move it into Forge, or did I do this wrong? From swap.hive, current balance, but I don't want them. The heck? Okay, I see. Let's go Forge. Forgium, right?
Yes.
Oops. I see what I did. So swap Hive to Forgium, but I want to use all of my Hive.
Yep, so you'll have to type in what your current balance is.
Gotcha.
So you can copy that, paste it there. It'll update, and then I check the prices for estimated value, and as long as they're pretty close, they usually are, I just go ahead and swap right from there. It usually takes 30 seconds or less.
I'm just going to do it. But what you're saying is, for anyone watching, you look at essentially the output that you would be receiving, and then you compare that on the other screen and make sure that that's roughly accurate based on if you were to take your time with it. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, right underneath that amount, it'll say estimated value. So I compare the estimated value there with the estimated value of the Hive.
Gotcha. So
if it's more than 15%, it will give you an alert and say, hey, it's more than 15% difference. Are you sure you want to do this?
Gotcha. Because right here it says I had $19.82 worth of Hive, and it's saying I'm getting $19.47 worth of Forgium, which is fine by me. For swap request details containing transaction, please go to DSwap in progress.
Yeah, it'll take a few seconds, and then you'll have your Forgium in your account. And then from there, you can go on Splinterforge. Click on the Forge tab. So click on, you may have to refresh the page on your Forgium on the right side where it says like you have 100 and some. If you click on that on the top right there. So if you click on
right here.
To your, yep, right there. If you click on that, once it is in your Hive Engine account, you can refresh that. Once that amount shows up,
yeah,
there you go. Then you can type that amount in for Forgium, and you will click deposit.
So we're down here to go.
Yep.
287305. I don't know if you can do the extra. Sometimes you can't do the carry, but we'll figure that out in a second. Deposit.
Yeah, I think you can. And then deposit. Yep, you should be good. Probably pop up your keychain. At least it does for me, just to verify it and okay it, and then it'll be in your in-game account shortly.
I'm not sure if it's thinking or if it is not working, you know? Like, let's see, deposit.
Yeah, you can go ahead and click deposit again.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm going to close the window and try one more time because that looks like it. Okay, there's that. Deposit. Boom.
The only other thing I can think of is it doesn't have a comma in there for the amount since it's over 1,000. I don't know if that means anything. You could take out the fraction just to be safe.
Yeah, there we go.
There it goes. There it goes.
So, okay. And that's done. And now we got it in game. And now, what is this value? So it was about $20 for the 90,000, which means I got closer to $60 right now. Maybe 55, 60 bucks. 60. Okay. So now,
a couple things you could do is you could buy just to have some fun. Buy just a handful of crates and a couple of bags, and then use the rest of it to go on Splex and specifically buy items that you're targeting.
I want to buy the items we target first, so I can budget appropriately. But before we move away from this window, can you help me understand the difference between a crate and a bag?
Okay, so right now it looks like you are on the Forge tab. So that allows you to open packs that you have, and on the right it says Reforge and Transmute. So this is what you'll do once you have items in your inventory. Reforge is for reforging your weapons and armor. Transmute is for basically reforging your gems and runes.
Okay.
So if you click on Transmute, it'll take you to another screen, and it'll show the different items that you have, common, rare, and epic. You can transmute 4 commons into a rare.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it shows for common on the right, it shows max 0.
Mm-hmm.
Means you don't have enough commons to reforge into a rare.
Gotcha.
But this is where you would do it.
And then
If
if
you
you
actually
had,
want to purchase, it will be on the top, just to the left of the forge icon.
okay, and if I did have a ton of rares, I could forge them into epics, and it would say over here. Okay, so I go over to
Yep.
shop, and I could buy one or the other. But is the bag full of runes and gems or whatever you said they're called? Is that the idea?
Yep. Yep. They have 4 either gems or runes. The crates have 5 items similar to a pack in Splinterlands where you are guaranteed 4 commons and a rare.
Mm-hmm.
You have the possibility of getting epics and legendaries.
Mm-hmm.
I think epics are like a 4% and legendary is 0.8%.
Mm. And then you increase the maximum. Oh, okay. Are there the equivalent of gold foil or legendary potions for alpha crates or no?
No.
Okay. So it costs 3,000 forge. I could buy nearly 100 packs crates, but I don't want to do that. That would be fun, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Let's go over to the shop and see what we see. So this is splex.gg, and this is where you told me the other day, like, you navigate the market. Why is this the place to look, first of all?
This is basically where all the Splinterforge players will post their items. Before the marketplace was up, people would go on Discord and basically have a player-to-player channel where people would say, hey, I have this item, I want this much forge, looking to sell, looking to trade for another item. And now that they have the marketplace up here, it's just a much more secure area where people will know they're not going to get scammed or, a player's going to take off with their funds. So everyone lists their items for sale here.
Cool.
You can sort by rarity. Like right now you have sorted for gold foil.
Yep.
So this will show every gold foil item that is up for sale from rare all the way to legendary. You can also filter by armor piece or weapon.
So I clicked on, I want to display equipment that grants speed. And so these are the gold foils available on the marketplace that are granting speed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're boots, but there's also the agile quiver. Is the quiver like, I know what a quiver is in real life, and the picture there shows it, but I would have thought that that's like an offensive thing, not a speed related item.
That is the offhand for the ranger.
Okay.
So it's basically like a shield for a warrior.
Gotcha. So essentially a ranger has the opportunity. So a warrior has the ability to have extra armor through the form of a shield, and the ranger has the opportunity to have extra speed through the quiver and that ability in game, correct?
Mm-hmm. And I think the wizard, their offhand is a tome, and I believe that gives health.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely into, I think that I want to go ranger then, because I want to be able to access both speed items. Now, first of all, do you think that's a good idea if I go ranger versus?
Yeah, that's what most people do. Yep.
Okay. So then, right now I'm seeing that there's a standard agile quiver, and it's priced at, looks like $1.90. And if we go here to buy, we can see these are the actual units that have been listed for sale, and the actual prices for this one. Gloomster selling 1 BCX at $1.99, which is 10,200 forge, and looks like the exact same thing is being sold for $2.50 by this buddy. So I'm inclined to add this pup, but am I missing something here? Like, is this the cheapest? Standard versus superior. Oh, I see.
You can see the damage. So with a rare, the damage starts at, or the speed for the quiver starts at 1.
Mm-hmm.
For the epic, it starts at 2.
Mm-hmm. For the
epic will also come with 1 socket.
Okay.
So the rares won't. The rares you'll actually, I don't know if you have Electrum in your Splinterforge account. That's from Battle. So the only way to add sockets in the game is to have Electrum, and that's just basically through battles.
Okay.
So one thing you want to look at, if you were looking at that standard quiver, the gold foil, there were some on the list, maybe 8 or 10 down, that had 2 sockets. So that may be one to target simply because it has 2 sockets in it.
Interesting. That's $2.
It's 12 BCX, so it looks like it's maxed.
Oh, cool. So it's maxed with 2 sockets. That's pretty. That sounds like a good
$35.
So hang on, the price is $35. Okay, got you. It's $2.90. It's $2.90 per BCX, or $35 for the max, essentially for a max level 1. Interesting for sure. 35. But let's back up for a beat. I want to see this epic. And so we're talking 350, which is, whoa, that's a big price differential. Hey, first of all, it gets one socket. Second of all, it's 50 cents more than the rare one with no socket. And
I
this
would
is
snag
like,
that right now. I think someone put that up by mistake.
okay, so I put it,
Especially like you just saw, the next available one is basically double the price. What this person might have done is put it under rare price instead of epic price.
so I
So yeah,
see
I would definitely do that.
not enough forge to purchase this cart.
Okay, so are you on the correct account for Splex?
Oops. I think so. Infidel 1258. Yeah, I am. Maybe I just need to refresh because you know what? This might be old market data because I didn't. I think this window with Splex GG was just open. So let's try this again. We want to look at gold foil. We want to look at speed, and that was an.
Oh, it's saying log in. I see in the upper right. Because
Oh,
usually it will show you your Forgium that you have.
gotcha.
There you go. Now I
Okay.
can see it.
So now let's try that again and hopefully. And then that was an epic quiver, was it? Yeah.
Yes.
And that was the 350 one.
Yeah. Great buy. If you can get an epic for, yeah, that price, that is a good deal. And that will come with the socket, so
Cool.
that will allow you to put a gem or a rune in it.
So the price differential between the epic, which we just bought on the quiver, versus the legendary quiver is enormous. We're talking $3.50, which I just bought, versus about $119. So obviously the legendary is more powerful. It only has one socket too. Hey, what's the? Let me back out so I can see the epic quiver would give me 2 bonus speed initially. Level 2 is goes to 4, level 3, 5, and 7. Is that correct for the epic?
Yes.
And then the agile, sorry, the legendary is immediately one more. Which so I mean I get it, but man, that's a huge difference. But that
The main thing too with legendaries for the price, the reason it's so high, epics can have up to 3 sockets, legendaries can have 4. So just having that extra socket plus gold foils will give you 16% bonus at legendary as opposed to 12% for epic.
Cool. Let's look at the gold foil standard agile boots. See what we got over here. So zero sockets on these ones. 1 BCX across the board. $1.79 seems pretty standard. Or like at least there's a couple copies at that level. I mean, there's even enough that I could pull it up to level 2, isn't there?
Yeah, you need 6 copies to get to a level 2.
Okay, so that's interesting. I probably for about $10 I could get a level 2, which would give me 3 speed, which is interesting. But let's go look at what the epic opportunities are at $8. You got $8 for this 1 BCX with 1 socket. And what's the deal over here? It's got 2 speed as opposed to 1. But again, for probably $10, $2 more, I mean, I could get a level 2 rare, which, socket versus no socket, long-term benefit versus like immediate now benefit. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's the main question is it's like, do you go for what's a little bit more expensive but you're going to use long term versus, okay, like for me, I'm going to stay in bronze or silver. So for me, just getting max gold foil rares is my play. If you're looking for eventually getting to the gold and the diamond boss, you'll probably want to go with the epics or the legendaries when you can afford them.
So there's so few of the epics. Like this is the market, I think, if I'm understanding correctly.
It is very hard to get gold foil epics and legendaries.
And you would need 6 of these. So we're talking, 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe $60, $65 to get essentially later on like a level 2 of the epic. But, for double the price, I could just go to the legendary in a sense. Then that's the fun thing about games like this for me. Like I love thinking through, okay, cost versus reward. It might be really inexpensive to pull in the boots that are rare, and then, but then the epic gives you a little bit more, and you're like paying. Is that cost differential worth it? And then even once you start thinking that through, it's like, well, I got to consider the legendary and see if there's a bargain over here. And
you don't have to go all gold foil. If you go regular foil, you can compare the price with that. Now you won't get the Forgium bonus, but if you're like, hey, I don't care about the extra, 8 or 12% Forgium, I just want basically the same stats for a cheaper price, you can always go this route too.
Interesting. And so you might win if you stat up through cheaper cards, you might win the leaderboard more often in a sense because you're statted up, you're doing more damage, you're staying alive longer. And then through that you might win more 4GM from your leaderboard, but you're going to win if you have the gold foils equipped, you're going to get more 4GM per win.
Per win.
So there's that, again, cost differential and thinking through option 1 versus option 2, and they both have some justification or consideration. So
for regular foil, I would look probably at epics and legendaries, so you can gray out the commons and the rares for the rarity.
So I can go, is that displaying? Yeah, okay.
Yep, so that'll show, epics and legendaries.
So then this is a lot cheaper as opposed to like $60 for a level 2. I'm probably $6-7 kind of thing. And look, some of these have
difference is with gold foils,
Yeah.
like for gold foil epics, you need 6 copies to get to level 2. With regular epics, I would have to check and see what it is. I don't remember offhand. I know it's a lot more for regular as opposed to gold foil.
That makes so much sense. Of course, yeah, that makes sense. The $11 for a 2-socketed legendary, which gives me 3 speed for $10. This is pretty tempting. Now, do you need 11 legendaries to make a max?
Yes. Yep, it's just like Splinterlands.
You said boots are like the most. Are boots the most? I guess everybody can use boots, so they're the most desirable.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna buy that.
So for an epic, a regular epic to get to level 2, it takes 16 copies.
Okay.
As opposed to 6 in the gold foil version.
So for the regular epic, I'm probably gonna spend $15, 16 maybe. And for the gold foil epic, I'm gonna spend, like I said, about $60. With the with the legendary boots, I could spend maybe $120, $150 to get a max copy eventually with the regular foil, and it's gonna be way just like inconceivably more to get the legendary gold foils. I think I'm gonna buy this one here. It's 2 sockets. It's got the 3 bonus speed right out the gate. Yeah. And maybe one day I sell this too, and maybe I do get a gold foil booty. But I think this makes sense.
Yep, you can't go wrong with those.
Okay, so that's 100 and hang on a second. Oh, it's more than 1 BC. I see. Hang on a second. Let's go back for a beat here. How do I close that?
Oh yeah, because you can see on the left it's what, 3 BCX. So
yeah.
The third one down is 1 BCX.
So this is 3 BCX, meaning I would be buying $30 worth. But hang on, is 3 BCX level 2? It is, isn't it?
2. Yes.
That's interesting with the 5 speed. You know what? I am gonna buy that. Oh, hang on. Do you think I'm over? Like, am I going? This one is. This one's a level 1 with 3 speed. I think I kind of should go. What do you think? It's $30 of my. We would. Yeah. I would have. Maybe
that's a lot for one piece.
Yeah.
I mean, long term, great, but yeah.
You know what? Let's go. Let's get this. Let's add this one.
Yeah, grab the one. Yep.
I'm just gotta close this guy. Oops.
Because what'll end up happening is you'll buy a gold legendary, and then if you open like 5 crates, you'll get lucky and get that same gold legend or that same legendary, and you'll be like, why did I get something I already have?
My market is open, so I need to I'm gonna refresh. Okay, so that was speed items, and it was regular foil, and it was legendary, and I want specifically that. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna go back in here, and it was
the one that's just 1 BCX.
How hard is it to put a second socket on these items too?
For legendaries, it comes with 1 socket automatically if it's legendary.
Yeah.
Let me see what it cost for the second one. I know there's a page that talks about it. So right now I have a bow. I wanted to add another socket. It looks like to add another socket to a legendary item costs 12,500 Electrum. An Electrum you earn in-game by battling.
Okay. You know what? We're going to get the, like we said, the 1 BCX Elite Agile Boots Legendary. 53,000 Forgium. Okay, so now we have boots and we have a quiver. I see here there's a ring. That's like a bonus item that is probably in addition to the quiver and the boots.
The ring was only available before the game launched for people that like pre-bought, kind of like a pre-buy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that item is not available in crates or bags.
That makes me.
I got lucky and I got 2 of them. So
that makes me want it. Okay, not today. So should we try and should we buy some crates and see if we can't equip the rest through crate purchases?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what we get.
Okay, so we'll go over to. Before we do that, I want to see the archery damage displays equipment that grants ranged attack. So I'm planning on building a ranger, and I want to see just like what would I be looking at to get like. So this is it, the elite short bow. That's the legendary short bow, $95. The epic short bow, $6. Let's just really go like that. And so rare gold, these are gold foils.
Mm-hmm.
Buck 30 for the range. 95 for the legendary. And what's the, I don't see the epic right now. Oh, I've X'd it out.
Oh, there it is.
And the epic bow 6. Okay. And this is like a little bit tempting to me, just buying an epic bow, but you know what? Let's have some fun with some crates. 95 for a legendary. Yeah, let's go buy some crates. And is that all I need? Just a bow to equip my guy, or a ring if I could manage? I manage?
Yep. So for your ranger, you'll need a bow for your weapon. You already have the quiver for your offhand, and then there are, I think, 4 pieces of armor that you can use.
Okay.
You already have the boots, so then it's just gloves, leggings, and your chest piece.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Then there's my armor. I think, and you know what? Let's go buy some crates and we'll save a little bit left over for like to fill any gaps. Okay. Back to Splinterforge. Where are you? What happened? I don't see it. Usually, oh, there it is. Okay. So,
all right.
Now
you're on the shop tab.
We have 217 left.
Yep. So on the left of where it has buy with Forge, there's a number 1. You can scroll up and purchase as many as you want. I think it's default to Forge.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good to know that you can buy it with either Forge or DEC. But of course, Forge is like a quarter the price of DEC.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to use DEC, but
okay. And
if you wanted to, you could.
And this has to be in your Hive wallet, or no, it has to be in game. It has to be in game.
It has to be in game. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's spend. Let's buy. I want to save about 50, maybe 60,000 Forge. So let's spend. Let's get 30. No, let's let's do 50 crates. Purchase and get 5 bonus packs. Nice. There you go. 10% bonus. Yep. Yes, please. So let's do that, and then we'll have another 60,000 Forge kicking around in case we need to fill a gap.
Yep, 50 is a good number. You should get a couple legendaries.
Buy with Forge. Let's go. You're about to purchase 50 alpha packs for 150,000 Forge. Continue. Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Congratulations, your purchase from the shop was successful. Now go to the Forge and to open your new alpha packs. Okay. So the Forge. So there's a
tab on the top right. It says open packs.
Okay.
So you're right there. You can open them one at a time or in multiples.
Okay.
So the number to the left, that's 1. You can scroll up or type in whatever number you wish to open.
Gotcha. Is there like a fancy open sort of, video or whatever like there is with Splinterlands?
No.
Okay. And I want to, let me just open 1 to see what that's like, and I'm going to open the rest. Okay, so you got to do the Hive keys, which is good.
And then
Opening.
it'll show you kind of like cards, like in Splinterlands, it'll show you the back of them.
Okay.
So you got 5 items, you have no duplicates. I don't believe it shows you anything when you hover over the card like Splinterlands, like it won't show you rarity.
I just see a slight glow, but it's not colored. It doesn't look like.
Okay, that might be your one rare then. So it's either rare or better. You're guaranteed at least one rare.
So
So
worn.
there's an offhand.
Okay.
Chest piece.
That's for the magic guy. This is an armor that I need.
Gloves.
That's shield. My ranger doesn't use a shield. I can come. Oh, a rare shield. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Okay. So now I'm gonna back, or no, back.
Yep, you can go back.
And then open packs. Let's open. I think I just want to make it happen. Open 55. Yep. Will it compile duplicates?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Cool. Cool.
Yep, so you got lots to open. Oh, there's a legendary.
Oh,
there's a
legendary
quiver.
Nice.
Right off the bat. Okay, that's the perfect item that you want.
That the legendary quiver too. Like didn't we just say that it was like a $11 purchase? I think.
Yeah.
14 iron swords, which is common. 7 standard swords.
40 commons to get to level 2.
Okay. Yeah, this is cool. Couple epics.
There you go. You know you want to play ranger. There's an epic bow.
Yeah, nice. Epic superior short bow. Only 1 BCX. That's okay. Some iron shields. Some standard wands.
They got a good first row, legendary and 4 epics.
Mm-hmm. Some worn hardy leggings. Okay. Epic wand times 2. Nice.
Wow, you've got streamer luck over there, I think.
10 short bows. We probably need like hundreds of the short bow commons, right, to make it a higher level?
I believe it is. Let me double check. I think it's 20. It's either 20 or 40 to get to level 2.
Oh, some
I
epic.
think it's 40.
Some epic hardy leggings. Just level 1 though. Okay.
There's another legendary.
Can I use those as a ranger?
You can use that for all 3 classes. So that the perfect things that you want to get for legendaries are your 4 armor pieces because they're used by all your classes.
Gotcha.
So boots, gloves, chest, and leggings, legendary, are great to have.
Cool.
More boots.
Oh, so 11 rares. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Epics.
I can't believe how many epics you're getting.
19 wands. Common. Some shields. Ooh.
Another legendary chest piece.
Yeah.
So you're getting a good starting gear, that's for sure.
Oh, I thought this for a second. I saw this yellow. I thought this was a 6 legendary because of the yellow, but 6 rare. But that's still cool. Love it. 26 of the commons. Okay. Cool. 11 rares. Did I have a legendary bow? No,
Legendary quiver.
I have for my bow. This is my best bow currently. 11 rares. 20 tomes. Okay, tomes.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like we got the legendary Halberg, I think it's pronounced. And I got the rare standard short bow times 11. I got the epic gauntlets, but I know I had legendary gauntlets over here.
Legendary. Yeah.
So legendary gauntlets, legendary Halberg, legendary quiver, and I think we did buy a legendary quiver, or maybe I bought an epic. Anyways, happy to see that.
Go check on your character tab.
So what do I do? Back out.
Back. Yep, right there. And then on the top, you can click on the hero icon. That's just to the left of battle.
Okay.
Now, if you want to equip your hero, on the left, just under your name, Infidel, you're currently on the warrior.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to ranger.
Okay.
Yep, right there. And then you can just start equipping items. It will show you all items that are available for each slot. So like right now, yep, you can equip your legendary. And you can use the same armor piece for all three characters.
Okay. So my best currently is a epic leg.
Epic. Yep.
I have no rings. Okay.
So now's the choice. Do you want the legendary? Or
Oh,
do you
I see.
want the epic that'll give you a bonus?
Gotcha. So one more.
So one more speed versus 12% forge bonus per battle.
And how many forge do you think I'm going to get per win if I'm playing in, say, gold?
I'm not sure how much you get in gold. I know currently for me in bronze, I get 15 forge, but that's in bronze. In gold, you might be getting in the 30 to 40 range.
So then 12%
An
might.
extra 12%, you could get an extra 4 or 5 forge per battle.
That's certainly interesting. Let's give it a shot and then see if I feel, if one more speed might help me be, like if I feel underpowered, then maybe I need one more speed. I have no helmet right now.
Yeah, there's no helms and there's no back cloak items in the game yet.
No necklaces.
No necklaces. Yep, you got your legendary gloves. You got some good drops for those crates.
Legendary
Legendary
booties.
boots.
And now we should go compile these before I equip this, I guess, right? Because I think I had 11. I could do the epic, but I think I had 11 rares. I wonder if that would be a level 2 and therefore possibly better than the epic. Maybe not.
Probably what you want to do is reforge all your commons into rares and then rares into epics. And see what you get. You might get a gold foil epic bow, which would be amazing.
So if we go like this, we're reforging. We're in the reforge window. We got commons that can go into rares. They're being shown here.
Yep, and basically commons nobody uses. So if you look on the right, it'll show, if you scroll up just a little bit,
Yeah.
it'll show you your maximum, like how many commons you can reforge into rares. It looks like it says max 48.
Looks
Just to the
you
right
can
of that.
reforge 4 commons into a random rare for 150 forge.
Yep, and it looks like you can do 48 of those.
Oh, I got you, because I can do 48 of them because of the probably.
Because of the amount of commons you have.
Yeah, okay. So then I can go, boom, 48, and that's going to cost something like, I don't know, like a few thousand forge, not a big
7,200
deal.
Forge, I think.
Yeah, not a huge deal. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Now, are those? It's everything, right? It's everything, but we don't really care about commons. We're just getting rid of all the commons.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go and reforge 48. So it's 7,200 forge to do this. That's fine.
Yep. So 48 items, you should get 4 to 5 gold foil rares on average.
Cool, man. This is a little extra that I wasn't expecting, and again, like the Gollum Overlord, like a little bit of income. It's like I said, it was probably $4 every 8 hours, so like 12 bucks a day, and it can like help pump into Splinterforge, and like you've been covering on your channel, which everybody should go check out. Like you can like double dip on like you have one account, maybe it's a low level account, you're playing in silver or bronze, something like that, and you're earning through Splinterlands, but then you're using the same cards in Splinterforge, and it's like if you're wrapping this all together, maybe you're playing Gollum Overlord, maybe you're playing Splinterforge, maybe you're playing Splinterlands, they can like feed into making your Splinterlands account better, which can help Splinterlands as well as Splinterforge, right?
Yep. And you keep a track of the token prices. So if you think Forge is going down in price and is cheaper, that's a good time to buy. If the part token you feel is high, it's a good time to sell the part token and either get DEC or Forge. So it looks like you got a few gold foils.
Yeah, two of the standard gauntlets, gold foil, the bow gold foil, tomb gold foil, even a agile quiver.
Yep, okay. So it looks like you got right on average. You got 5 gold foils. So it will take 6 copies of those to level to 2. And now what you can do is you can go back and you can reforge your rares into epics. Now, this time instead of taking 4 rares, it'll take 6.
Okay.
So every 6 rares will become an epic, and this will cost 500 forge.
I'm okay with.
Now you're going to be getting epics, and you have a 10% chance of getting a gold epic, which you can see can start to get pretty pricey.
I'm gonna see what it would cost me to grab all 19 and go for it. The 19. Let's see what that's gonna cost.
500 maybe.
9,500. I mean, I'm thinking about doing it, but do you see any? Should I slow down here? Is there a problem I'm not witnessing or thinking about?
Nope, I would absolutely do it.
Okay.
Especially where with your account, you're going to want eventually to get epic and legendary gear, and the chance to get a gold foil epic is pretty good.
Hmm. Ooh.
There you go. 2 epic shields. Very nice.
Gold foil epics.
And remember, too, like if you want to build a ranger, you can take these gold foil and put them on the market. Try to sell them and get the items that you want.
Mm-hmm. I think I needed more of the epic leggings, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So we'll try and let's list those. It won't sell right away, but I mean that is something I would want to sell. I think because I definitely don't.
Mm-hmm.
I want to focus on the ranger. So we'll back out here.
If you're really feeling lucky, you can also reforge epics, but it takes 8 into a legendary.
Gotcha. Oh, wow, that would be so. Hang on a second. Is it? How does this work? Is it 8 of any epics? Like, I mean,
8 of any epic.
So you could have 1 bow and 3 boots and 5 or 4 quivers, and that is 1 reforge?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
And it also applies to multiples. Like, let's say you have 1 epic and it's 4 BCX.
Mm-hmm.
That will count as 4 epics.
Gotcha.
So then you would only need 4 other single BCX to count for the 8.
Wow, this is
something probably you want to take time and determine which of these epics that you want to keep.
Gotcha.
And try to level as opposed to sell. But
Gotcha.
This is an option that you can do.
So it would take 8. Like, just out of curiosity, like I'm not planning on using magic. But you probably you do want to have equipment for a magic, like you were saying. Sometimes you want to be able to switch between them, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to have at least each hero equipped with a weapon and an offhand.
Okay.
At least one, because there is rule sets where you're definitely going to play magic. There is rule sets you're going to play your ranger or your warrior.
So then, the other thing is not necessarily just equipping. I assume that I need to actually put, like, some of those I need to actually merge to level them up. How do I do that?
So if you go on your cards, and then click on, let's see, what do you have multiples of? Go for like, yeah, click on that. So then you would click all 4 of those, and there is a tab on the very far right that says combine. So if you wanted to combine those, you could combine those.
Is it going to tell me, like, I want to see how many BCX I need or whatever? Do you know what I mean?
Click on stats. Right there, it'll tell you how many you need for level 2.
Okay, so I actually need 16. So yes. I'm not even close to it. So there's really no point in like consolidating at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back. So on the epics you need 16. So I don't have enough on those or that. On the legendaries you need 3. I think we decided. So I don't. Let me confirm that. That's yeah.
Oh, that's
no, need,
rare. So your rare golds.
Oops.
Yep, you need 6 to get to level 2.
Okay, yeah. That's the other thing. These are epics, but they're rare regular foil. These are gold foil epics, so this might be combinable. Let's see. No,
you need 3. Oh, nice. Only 3.
So it could be interesting to look at if I wanted to equip my warrior or whatever. If I was to acquire 1 more of these, I would make it to level 2, which could be interesting.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for me, I usually always hang on to gold foils.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay, so there's no consolidation at this moment. Maybe this. Nope.
So probably the last thing that you want to do with at least a little bit of your forge is buy probably at least 4 or 5 of the bags just to give yourself some gems and runes because they are useful.
Okay. What about did I get all the equipment I need for my guy? I think so, right? Let's go back. Heroes. Neck weapon.
So you need your weapon equipped.
The more damage versus bonus recovery or extra for Electrum. Did I pick the other? I want to pick. Let's try the gold foil options on everything that I had, and then see. You know what I mean? Like I'll ascertain whether or not that. Wait a second. No thanks. This is only a 1 versus a legendary. I think I gotta.
Yeah, I would just ignore that.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so I only really have two, I think two gold foils that are equipped. I think it's my quiver and my bow, which is fine for now. Okay. I guess the other thing I could look at doing would be like, this is a gold foil standard bow rare. Gold foil standard bow rare. If we go over to Splex, we go into damage, we erase the archery, and we look at gold foils only, and what was the, it's a rare,
You have a rare.
it's a rare, so I would need to know. I'm going to go back over here like you showed me. I go cards, and I go, where's that bow? Rare, gold foil, and we go stats. So I would need 6 of them. So then I want to pop back over to Splex, and I want to see what that would cost. $1.50 each kind of thing.
Yep.
Look,
somewhere in there.
This one's got 24 BCX. That's pretty.
Oh, so he's got it maxed out.
Mm-hmm. $1.30. So I would need 5 more. So it's like I'd be adding, a fair bit, like $7 or so. And that's gonna bring me from 1 damage to 3 damage. That's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have enough for that?
Another thing you can do is well, I don't know if you can put a socket in it. I was going to say if it had a socket, you could buy a rare damage rune, which I think is fairly cheap, probably under $1, and that will give you +3 attack.
Ooh, so runes. Yeah, you mentioned runes, and I don't know what they do. So that's pretty powerful. Okay, so maybe let's
look at those. You would have to click off of the foil. Because right now you have regular foil. And then for the items, there's like the one on the bottom right. It's like the 4th one over under stat. So on the very right of the screen, just under rarity.
On the very right. Okay, so rarity. So rarity, yeah.
Yep, right below rarity. For all those, the very last icon, I think will sort by just, yep, that one. So that will show you all the gems and runes that are available. For the rare slot, or the rare rarity, I believe they give like +3 damage. The commons give like +1. So I usually target the rare for my character because +3 is pretty affordable.
Okay, so I'm rare. I'm looking at rare rarity. I'm looking at regular foil. You said I have to use regular foil because I got a regular foil weapon, I think. Is that what I?
There are no gold foil gems or runes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So then,
but you can see a faded turquoise. Is that +3 ranged?
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll give you 3 more damage for your bow.
Wow, for just 37. That seems really, really like almost necessary. But did my guy have a socket? I forget.
Your epic bow will. So
Okay.
if you use your epic bow, that will have a socket, and you can use that with it.
Slot ranged weapon. Does the gold foil not have doesn't have?
It doesn't come with one. You can add one, but it takes, I believe, 500 electrum to add that first socket.
Okay, so then the epic bow comes with 1 socket, and
so you could put that rune in there.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I think not right now because I'm actually trying the gold foil. So even though that would make this 2 become a 5, which is pretty awesome. I
would say probably buy like 5 bags and see what you get. That'll give you a starting point.
Love it.
You might get some runes that are awesome. You might get a legendary rune. Who knows?
Okay, let's do it. So they're 40. I got 50,000. You know what? Let's go for 10.
Now these are 4 items per bag, so you'll get a total of 40 items. And you've had good luck with epics, so hopefully you get a couple epics and maybe a legendary.
Then we go over to where is it?
Yep. The forge tab just to the left or just to the right of shop. Yep, right there.
Open packs.
And then open packs. Yep, you're there. Yep, and there you can open your bags.
Open all 10 at once.
Yep. Good luck. Let's see what you get.
Nice.
There's an epic right off the bat.
Polished water may play 3 water monsters without water summoner. So if I put that on my hero, I can start equipping some monsters that I might really love and like having, but I don't want to use, like you said, maybe I want to use Kitty and Yasik, but then this is giving me access to maybe Ruler of the Seas and 2 other amazing, right?
Yep, exactly. And that's what people will do. People use Kitty and Yasik, and then they'll use these runes. I think the most popular ones are for water and for life.
May play 1 fire monster. Okay.
There's rubies are always good, just for the health.
There's one of those faded turquoise, which I was going to buy a moment ago, and I just get it.
There you go. Got 2 of them. So if you eventually put 2 sockets in that gold foil rare bow, you'll be able to put 2 of those turquoises in there, so that'll give you +6 damage.
May use 6 extra mana for battle. Interesting.
Yep, that's huge. Because your mana cap starts off at 45 for your team.
Yeah.
So if you can get some of those mana runes, you can start casting higher level monsters.
Cool, cool, cool.
And there's good. That's for your wand for your wizard.
And I got one for the warrior too.
Yeah, actually you did really well because you got a rare damage for each of your 3 heroes.
Yeah.
Got ranged, melee, and magic.
And then this seems pretty nice. And you said it's one of the better ones because of the water. I could imagine I can see some great monsters I would want to incorporate with that. These are not particularly expensive, but then again, the 40,000 forge I spent is not particularly expensive either. I guess that's about 40,000 forge is maybe like, if I do the math in my head, remembering correctly, I think it might be like, is that 20 bucks or something like that? No.
Let's see. So 1,000 forge is about 20 cents.
Okay.
So 40,000 be like $8.
Wow. Cool. I wonder what the polish. I want to see what this polished water force rune is like listed for. Let's go over here.
And then those you can transmute as well. So if you're not going to use any of the common gems or runes, you can combine. I believe it's 4 of them into a rare.
Water force.
So the only one I would not combine would be your rubies, because your rubies are always valuable for the health.
I want to look at epics. Polished life force rune, not life. Is that the one? No, life.
So the one you got was the water.
There it is. That's $1.79, at least listing for. And you say you can even level these up?
Those don't level up.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool. Let's see what the legendaries go for quickly. Like, I mean, you could open one of those bags and pull out some of these things, which is kind of wild. Like,
the bottom 3, I think, are only available through transmuting. So they will not drop in bags, but if you transmute your epics into a legendary, you have a chance of getting the Glowing Hearts Blood Rune, the Forgium Egg. I believe they're going to add some more in the future.
Cool, cool, cool. Very fun. Now, you can't, those gems and stuff, I can't consolidate, so there's no upgrading those. So really...
you can transmute them, though.
Okay. So transmute is like the equivalent of reforging, right?
Reforging, yep.
So, yeah, let's do that, hey? Like, I'm never going to use these comments.
So the only one I would keep are your rubies.
Oh, yeah?
So you've got at least 2 or 3, it looks like, chipped rubies. But anything else, yeah, you can pretty much go ahead and reforge. And I will have to go in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. Let's just do this, and then that's a good end, because I actually need to go too. I wish there was a better way to do that. I don't think I clicked any... Now, did I...
Yeah,
how do I...
Yeah, it should be good.
Transmute 6 rare cards for 24...
Oh, those are rare. I'll go ahead and hit no. I thought you were doing your commons.
So did I.
Oh, it is common. Commons into a rare.
Can I grab them all and then remove? Like,
yeah.
How do I do that?
Yeah, I think you can. Just on the max, just type that 0 up to 6.
Okay.
And then I think you can go down and just unselect the rubies, and it should knock that down to 5.
Yeah. And then ruby, and then ruby. Oh, chipped water force rune. Yeah, that's okay. That's the common. I'm down with this. Okay, transmute. Let's go.
Yep.
Thanks for all your help with this. Fun.
Hey, no problem. Jeff opened cards. I know he's opened a lot of Splinterforge packs too, so he's done a lot of this on his channel. Oh, there you go. That's one of the ones you can only get from transmuting.
Cool. Faded Heart's Blood Rune. 2% chance to inflict bleeding. Hero damage divided by 3 rounded down. So the bleed damage is like potentially it's a metric of how much damage you do one time, but an ongoing, like almost like a poison, divided by 3 every turn, I guess. Yep. For 3 turns, stackable. Cool. Really cool.
Yep.
I feel like we did pretty well there, and it's a good start. And I think I now need to like take time and think through like where I'm gonna equip those slot, like which items I'm gonna slot, and then you know where I'm going to use those runes and whatnot, but no, that's great, and I'm looking forward to getting into this. But thanks a lot for this help, and before you go, tell the guys about your channel.
So I cover Splinterlands, Splinterforge, and Gollum Overlord. Lately, it's been a lot of Gollum Overlord since that's the hot new game. I would say I probably do Splinterlands the least, other than my daily openings, just because I am really into Splinterforge, as Dwayne's been showing you. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of different ways you can build your hero, and it is a great way to build up your accounts for Splinterlands as well as Splinterforge, and it really doesn't cost any money because you're using your existing assets from Splinterlands. So definitely check out Splinterforge. Yep, and there's my channel right there.
Gathering the Magic 1984. So you got 575 subscribers. We need to bump that up, guys. Thanks so much for your time, Gathering. I really appreciate it, and have an awesome day.
Yeah, and we'll do part 2 when you're ready. Thanks.
Love it. Bye, guys.